Yeah, hopefully that's working now. I was still uploading the Pisces video, so that's why I've had to wait a little bit later than the scheduled time. I think we're all right. I was doing it and then it was closing down the live, saying it wasn't possible at this time. I think we're all right. Yeah, so we've got dinner in the oven. I'm going to have to run out and see to that. We've got COVID around the family. I brought it and spread it. Thank you for waiting. I really appreciate it. Taking care of the shopping, taking care of the housework, doing the dinner. So just bear with me. Lots of people in our family are not well at the moment. Okay, let's get on with Aries. So this is for the final week of September. A little bit behind, but it's due to illness, so just bear with me. I can't wait to see what comes out this week. It's that time of year, right, where I just can't wait to go for like autumn walks. Like, I'm gonna get the tennis rackets out the back of the car because let's be honest, summer's gone now. It's too cold in the morning, too cold in the evening, middle of the day you're in work. So we got to embrace the wellies walks and like the leaves are falling down. I'm sorry, but I like it. I like it a lot. I love this time of year. It's very romantic. It's very calm out. The air's clear. We're getting like blue sky days still. Yeah, so I'll have to pop out in about 20 minutes. Just to get the dinner out of the oven. Turn things off, turn things on. We're having beef bourguignon. Well, that was a terrible shuffle, wasn't it? Let's do that again. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I'm feeling so much better. Oh my goodness, like I had to check every second of the lives that I did before posting them because I was just coughing and like spluttering and it just wasn't cute at all. I know how annoying that is to listen to because I don't like it when readers do that. So instead of like jumping through and going, oh, I know what the result was for that and putting on a title, I was having to like watch the whole video and like edit out any coughing or any. So it won't be that slow ever again. If you can hear coughing in the background, bless her, it's my mum. My dad's got it as well. My nephew's got it. Bloody COVID. Lasted 11 days for me. So I'm going to be mum for the foreseeable. Dad's in denial. He thinks she's going to be fine again tomorrow. He's just like, oh, you know, still not better, another day. And I'm like, 11 days is going to be done. Okay, Spirit Guides, Universe and Angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Aries' highest good. How is Aries feeling in this final week of September 2025 with regards to what they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Aries, please. How is Aries feeling? I haven't done any sage because I've got to a point where I can read without doing that, and I don't think it's going to be good for my mum's throat, so. Okay, so we've got one that flipped over initially, And then we've got a group. So I'm going to look at this one first. Okay, we've got the Eight of Cups reversed. The Eight of Cups, when it's upright, is someone who's choosing to walk away from a connection, from a relationship, okay, where there's a lot of emotions involved. Cups of water, we know this, okay, so it's painful to do it. When it's reversed, it's someone that's trying to stop the ending of a connection, the ending of a relationship, trying to stop the other person from walking away. So let's have a look at these ones. We've got the Hierophant reversed, the Hanged Man reversed, the Two of Cups upright, and the Ten of Cups reversed. Oh, what is going on here? Right. I can't fathom that off the top of my head. I've got to talk through it, sorry. So the Hierophant, when it's upright, it's the major arcana for Taurus. Okay, it's all about wisdom gained through experience, you know, the number of years that you've been on this planet, the amount that you've experienced, places that you've lived, people that you've come across, whether they be karmic or whatever. Hi Dexter, welcome in. It's like I'm wiser now, you know, I'm not the student, I'm the teacher. I can tell people about my experiences. And hi Shania, this is a collective reading for Aries, and I'm going to go through each of the zodiac signs, but if you want a personal reading, you can give me £18 in my PayPal account and I'll film for you like a private YouTube video and send it to you. You can contact me through my Gmail, which is in my channel description, or you can private message me on TikTok. Soon, if you support the channel, soon I'll be able to do live Q&As where I answer questions live, because I know people want that, but I haven't got the ability to do it just yet. The Hierophant, yeah, it's all about wisdom. It's about knowledge gained through air miles, experience, number of like days around the sun. It's nothing to do with, it looks like the High Priestess card, but it's nothing to do with intuition. This is like literal life experience, okay? So when it's reversed, you could be a cusper, you could be an Aries, Taurus cusper. However, when it's reversed, it's about something isn't wise. I know better than to get involved in this. I know better than to deal with this situation, this person, this thing. Hi Zoe, hi Shania, hi Dexter. Sorry, I was talking to you before, wasn't I, Shania? No, it's no problem. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is someone who's turning themselves upside down because they want to see things from another perspective. It's very healthy. It's when we're trying to analyze a situation and we're open to looking at it from multiple points of view. That's very, very good. Okay. Was that upright or reversed? I feel like everything was reversed except for the Two of Cups, because I was surprised that that was like a card that was upright, because everything was reversed. So let's say it was reversed. The Hanged Man reversed is someone who's stubborn. They're going to see things from their point of view and their point of view only. Okay. It's being like, you know, what do you say? Is it like pig-headed? Or like, yeah, like stubborn, closed-minded, seeing your perspective and no one else's. The Two of Cups is, two is the beginning of a cycle. So it's new love. And when there's two cups, each person is offering the other a cup of love. So, you know, it's at the beginning stage where you like fancy each other, you're dating, and then you start to think, I think I'm in love with you. It's very like new love, and it's upright, okay? So there's a stubborn-mindedness. There's like a foolishness attached to it, because we're not following our like better judgment. It's new love. And then the Ten of Cups reversed. It's not nice, to be honest, because if the Ten of Cups was upright, that would be everyone in the family's happy about it. Everyone's satiated, they're satisfied, their cup is full, emotions are like really good with every person in your like abode, wherever you live. It's like immediate family vibes. With that being reversed, it's upsetting the apple cart, this new love. Like, it's against your better judgment. See how when I talk through it, it makes more sense? I have to talk through it. I have to do a think aloud. If you're a teacher, you know. If you know, you know. But why is that with walking away? Because it's something that's foolish, it's against your better judgment, it's fairly juvenile, it's fairly new, it's not making people happy. You people that you care about what they think. No, you're not walking away, are you? Trying to hold on to it. You're trying to hold on to this foolishness. Don't blame you. You know, like, you are Aries, the Emperor, and it's okay to want something for yourself, something that's just for you, something that excites you. You're very responsible, like, a lot of the time, Aries, and, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. It can be very dull, very, like, demanding. It's okay to, like, want to be frivolous. It's okay to want something for yourself. But I wonder if this person is outside of like what your family would be expecting you to get with, or for some reason they're not expecting, they're used to you being single and like not having love in your life, and it wouldn't go down well. Something about this is taboo, and I don't know if it's because people around you that love you are used to you just being solo, or it's inappropriate in some way, like, but you want it, you want to keep hold of it. Absolutely loving the tea. Let's see what else comes out. I like the way Spirit threw those out separately though. That was very cool. Two more for how Aries is feeling, please. The Two of Swords reversed. In denial, not wanting to deal with the situation, not wanting to make a choice. You know, at some point you have to go legit. You can't keep things on the down low because people get bored with that. People start to feel like you're embarrassed by me, you're not taking this seriously, you're not introducing me to the family, you're not like spending time with me doing real stuff, like real things together, you know, going out for a walk in the countryside in autumn, like trying each other's hobbies. You don't have to like each other's hobbies, but, you know, wanting to meet people's friends, wanting to like be introduced to the family, like you have to go legit at some point. Or the person's going to be like, okay, you don't see me as like good enough. That's fine. This doesn't have legs. You know what I mean? So possibly that's why. Oh, is that what it is? You didn't want to upset your like kids, or you didn't want to upset like whoever, parents. You didn't want people to know. So you kept this on the down low, and then like you're single, but it's like there's a lot of people that rely upon you, there's a lot of people invested, and like if you were to say, look, I met someone and I really like them, they're gonna have like a lot to say about it, they're gonna be like all over it. That's what I'm getting. Oh, the Nine of Cups reverse is not cute. The Nine of Cups upright is someone who's very satisfied, someone who's content, they're following their own happiness, they're happy on their own, like You know, it's cups are emotions and nines are about being single and like happy inside, like your happiness as an individual. 10 is like, you know, the whole family is happy, the whole family is satisfied, they're content, good vibes within a household. 9 is about like, am I happy? And it's reversed. And I think you're so scared this person gonna slip through the net. I feel bad for you because, yeah, it's a delicate situation. You're a responsible person, you're a thoughtful person, and you've got a lot to lose. I mean, I would hope that people would support you being happy because you have to live your life for you, right? You can't kind of wait for the go ahead, especially if you're an emperor or an empress. Um, you take on a lot, you deal with a lot of stress. When you come home, you need someone to be there for you. You need someone to talk to about your day, like especially if you run a team of people, if you work with the public, if you work um any kind of job, like it's not nice to come home to an empty house and have to be like, especially if there's kids and stuff, like I shouldn't say especially because I think, you know, it's nice to live with people, especially with children, but living alone is fucking lonely. Like, oh my God, you're gonna say something out loud, no one's gonna hear you. Like, silence is deafening kind of vibes. Like, it's not nice. That's not nice. Living properly by yourself. With kids is nice, especially as they get older, you can chat to them and stuff, but or if they're very little, get cuddles. But you know what I mean? Like, you haven't got your person there, like, waiting to receive you and, like, be there for you and pour into you. Um, you don't want to burden your kids necessarily, like, too much. And work can be a lot. Work can be a lot. So, in terms of, like, replenishing your needs, it's kind of vital that you let yourself have this. Maybe it's time to put this, well, we'll see what the advice is, but maybe it's time to like make this a priority, you know, push it higher up on the list. Hi, Justina. Queen of Wands reversed. I mean, look, if you live alone and you're like happy doing that, that's fine. I've never managed it. But then when I've lived alone, it's been abroad in another country. So, you know, friendships are transient, relationships are transient. In Dubai, I never met anyone that I thought I could have a relationship with. I lived alone, work was hard. I didn't really, my friend that I made, that I'm still best friends with now, she left like after a couple of months, and that really like broke me. And I just genuinely like didn't vibe with anyone else there. Like, um, so the loneliness was real. Like, it's very, very hard, like grim determination without, you know, maybe in this country with my family up the road or something like this, with my like sister like able to drop in, maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. But I think there's a lot of loneliness among young people. You can't assume that because people are elderly, they're lonely, and therefore, if you're young and you live alone, like it's not lonely. It is. Like, I rush through my dinner, I will like cook for myself, I'll sit and rush it down, and that's not my like personality at all. Like, if you're cooking like for you and another person, it's nice. Like, it gives you a purpose and it settles you and it calms you down. Maybe that's my personality. I don't know. Maybe it's because I was abroad. Hi, Connie. We're just on Aries at the moment. You're a Gemini. That's cool. My dad's a Gemini. Yeah, she wants a sugar mummy. Does a sugar mummy want you? I don't know. It's always better to like earn a decent amount, because you don't want anyone, whether you're male or female, you don't want anyone holding power over you, like talking down to you. They may think you're great to start with because of what you look like or how you are in bed, but then they're gonna like start talking down to you at some point. I don't like that. I don't want a sugar daddy. I thought I wanted a sugar daddy when I was in my 20s, but it's just because you're not confident in yourself. So this person, Aries, is showing up as a Queen of Wands reversed. Now, a Queen of Wands upright is someone who's very seductive, someone who's good looking, someone who's confident. Wands are phallic, okay? So it's all about your solar plexus being activated, knowing what you've got, creating goals, going for them, whether that be in love, in career, whatever. Like it's a fire sign, it's a go-getter, or you've got some sort of, this person has some sort of fire element in their chart, or they're embodying that at the moment. So action orientated, very like goal orientated, very assertive, confident, pleasing to look at, successful. A queen is someone who has responsibilities. They may have a house, they may have children, they may have a high-powered job, any or all of these things. When it's reversed, that confidence could be over the top. That flirtiness, the passion could be over the top, overbearing, or it could be the other way, and it could be that they've lost confidence, or they lack assertiveness, they lack libido at the moment. When it's reversed, it's like a negative aspect. It's accentuated in either direction. It's either over the top or under the right amount. The Queen of Wands can also be a third party card. So the other man, the other woman. It's reversed. So when the other cards come out that we're going to pull out now, we'll know whether it's like an under, like a lack of assertiveness, a lack of passion, or whether they're being over the top, like domineering, overbearing, you know, overly like passionate. I manifest, please, universe, give me a sugar mummy with a big cake. Is it a big cake or a big like birthday? Like you don't want them to be around that much longer. That's funny. What's this? We've got the Nine of Pentacles, but it's reversed. I think this person, well, no, we're gonna need another one. I'll talk you through it. The Nine of Pentacles upright is someone who's single. Nines are about singleness. Me as an individual. The Nine of Pentacles would be like, you know, someone who's absolutely like killing it. Like you're just like, wow, they're single. They've got their own life together. Like they can pay their own way. They get to do what they want. They look happy. They look fulfilled. Like sun shining out of them. When it's reversed, it's either someone that's not self-sufficient, not doing well. Remember, Pentacles are money, time, and energy. So it's like a certain amount of abundance financially and like independence. But it can also be, I don't want to be single. I don't want to be single and happy. And then if you put that with this one, The Queen of Wands is not happy here, okay? And it can be a third party, or it can just be someone who's like usually really confident, usually really outgoing, go-getter. Like, I do get, like, because we've got this like 9, I do get that they could be like a third party, or they could just be someone who's like single but doesn't want to be single. They could have a really good job. They could, a queen doesn't mean that you're definitely married. It means like, it doesn't mean that you're definitely like a third party. It could mean like maybe they're more mature, like 40 plus, or maybe they're like, they have kids, like they're a single mum or a single dad. It doesn't have to be a female. Someone who's more in their feminine energy, so they've got responsibilities. They could be like a really, someone that inspires like the whole family, a bit older, like very confident. They could actually be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but they don't have to be. They don't want to be single, but it's like, you don't want them to walk away. They don't want to be single. So, like, come on. You both want the same thing. We're going to need some expression of emotion towards one another. Like, we're going to need knights. We're going to need chariots. We're going to need, like, Ace of Swords, like communication, confessions. Like, we need an opening up here. Let's see what comes out next. How is this person feeling? Give me one more, please. The one that's showing up in Aries' reading. I think it's the one that Aries is dealing with. Thank you, CR7. Thanks for subbing. I'm not doing individual questions. These are collective readings by zodiac sign. I will start to do live Q&As and memberships from like mid-November, but we need the watch hours to like creep up first. So if you like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype me up, get me into the algorithm. We'll get these watch hours up. I'm nearly there. I reckon mid-November. If you want a personal reading, you can pay for a personal reading. What did anything flip over? Sometimes it flips back, and like, if I'm not looking, I don't know which one it was. It's hard when the cards are the same colour on both sides. I'm just going to keep going. There we go. That's definitive. Oh my god. You know how I said, like, we need a knight? Knight of Cups is an expression of emotion. It's when you literally, you're trying to romance someone, you're trying to confess your love for them, you're trying to, like, tell them, I really think I could fall for you. It's Romeo and Juliet vibes. Like, Romeo, like, can't live without Juliet and it has to be her. And Juliet can't live without Romeo and it has to be him. This is like, I'm not going to tell them now. I'm not going to tell them. Let me just run to check the dinner. I'll be 2 minutes. Okay. Beef bourguignon. It's nearly ready, just need the veg. 10 minutes. Someone's got to go, oh my god, go and check the dinner. Oh, you had an accident. Fake as fuck? What's fake about being a high school teacher that also enjoys tarot and helps people to better themselves, to make sense of why they've had certain connections, to heal, to manifest a good future for themselves? Like, what's fake about that? Why would you unsubscribe? So rude, fake as fuck. So did you subscribe and then you unsubscribed? Or you never were a subscriber and you're telling other people to unsubscribe? How about you do one? Because you don't know what tarot is and you come in just to create rage for some reason. There's nothing fake about me, babe. You don't even know who you are. Lived all over the world, high school teacher, helping people through teaching, through education, helping people through personal development online, because it helped me. What's fake about that? People just come on here to rude rage, and I know it's not you guys, but like, this is why I don't allow comments on YouTube, because YouTube has some toxic ass people that just drop into stuff. Why would you come into the channel when you don't believe in this? Why would you do it when you're not even curious? You're just gonna like rage bait me like that. I don't understand it. No one's like forcing you to come in. Yes, I'm definitely from Liverpool. No, I haven't done Taurus. That's going to be next. Sorry, I'll get back on track now. I just get annoyed. Left for 2 minutes, come back. Someone's like, fake as fuck. What's fake about this? I'm a real person. I'm a real person. I'm 40 years old. I've lived a life. I know some stuff. I've watched tarot for years, been doing tarot for years. I just want to help people because tarot helped me. There's nothing fake about that. Like, people are just fucking weird, aren't they? Right, get back in the zone. I guess it's rush hour, so people are going to be like that. Are you left in with your middle leg? You're being rude. And then the Ace of Wands comes out. You're affecting the energy. Yeah, sure. Right. Ace of Wands upright is a rebirth. Guys, if you're in Aries and you've been keeping someone like on the down low, on the DL, because you don't know how family are going to react, you're a bit embarrassed that you're like dating when you're used to being like permanently solo, when everyone else is used to you being permanently solo. Don't, okay, because they want you, you want them. In the outcome, we've got a rebirth, okay? Ace of Wands is something you really want, something you've really been working towards, with good luck from the universe. And to me, the Ace of Wands is a rebirth, because a Page of Wands is someone that's never been down this road before. The Ace of Wands is like, I want to do this the right way this time. Hi, Prashant. Yeah, I do personal readings. You just have to put £18 in my PayPal account and I will send you a link to a private YouTube video. And it's your personal reading, 20 minutes plus, usually like closer to 40 to be honest, because I use this spread of its love. But you can have a general reading, just like what's going on in life, past, present, future. You can have a health reading, Native American Indian medicine wheel, you can have a finance reading, past, present, future for finance, education. The 8 of Wands, this is really positive, guys. This is fast action, progress, fast communication. This relationship's going to go to the next level. Whatever it was that you were both worried about, you're going to push that to the side and you'll be like, I want this for me. And this is beautiful. Look how much fire energy there is. We're going to move heaven and earth to make this happen. This rebirth of this connection. Something that's very important to you, this new love, is something just for you, you know, a reason to keep going. The Wheel of Fortune reversed, why? The Wheel of Fortune upright is good luck because we've broken a karmic cycle. We have broken some bad habits. We've said no to something that isn't right for us. It could be like I've always worried about people judging me, and that's why I've stayed single. Because I don't want, you know, the attention, or I don't want... It can also be like I've stayed with a karmic and, you know, ignored the red flags, and, you know, and therefore I'm trapped like with the wheel upside down, because until I break this cycle, until I leave them, until I create boundaries around myself, as long as they're using my money, as long as they're doing X, Y, or Z, lying, cheating, stealing from me, I'm going to remain with the wheel reversed. And your wheel is reversed for some reason. But there's genuine love here. So, I don't know. In the outcome, there is some bad luck, some stagnancy. Not really stagnancy. There's some bad luck, misfortune surrounding this connection. However, you're going to have a rebirth and it's going to progress. So I'm not sure where the bad luck comes in. I can only think that it's other people. I can only think that it's from other people. I feel like this guy's winding me up. He's like, you're from the south, aren't you? Can't you tell that I love gravy? Can't you tell that I'm a scouse bird? If you're not from the UK, then you won't know, but like, I just feel like you winded me up. I definitely don't sound like I'm from Westminster, right? Or South London, or East London. Right, let's clarify their cards. Why have they got the Queen of Wands reversed, and the Knight of Cups reversed, and the Nine of Pentacles reversed? Goodness me, there's a lot of reversals here. High strange vibes. Self-righteous, act spiritually superior, condescending, and preachy. Yeah, this person, like, they lack confidence. They love you, but they're not expressing how they feel because they feel inferior. Because maybe someone else put them down previously, and yet they're a queen. So they're quite, you know, mature in terms of their years. They're not a young person. They may have children, they may not, but they're low in confidence, and it's from what people have said to them previously. I'm just going to close these windows because it's cold. I'm just going to check the bed. Okay, we're all good. Yeah, they got low confidence. Let's get another one. I must say, it's really not going to help if you're an emperor and you're someone like with a lot of responsibility, the same age as them, and then you're kind of like keeping them a secret. Like, what's that reflecting back to them? It's going to make them feel like they're not good enough. And you actually really care about this person. You're in love with them. It's probably something that really like keeps you going on a daily basis. So you got to be careful with that. Leadership's law. Dominant in spirit, fueled by pride. Yet true control lies in wisdom's embrace. That's such an interesting one for you, Aries. Like, it's coming out for your person, but it's about your connection together. Leadership's law. Dominant in spirit, fueled by pride, yet true control lies in wisdom's embrace. And you had the Hierophant reversed, so you're not sure if this is wise or not. Do you feel like this person can be more foolish? Or do they feel like they might not be wise to get with someone that doesn't think they're good enough? What's this? Don't want to hear it. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them. I'm sorry, but I do. Because I've been that person. I've been that person that doesn't earn enough, like, doesn't fit, like, the profile of what that person is looking for, what that family is looking for. Certain goals that they want to reach, like, they want it now and, like, you're not there yet. Like, oh, there's nothing worse. Like, this could be hanging by a thread because of this, like, whole attitude, you know? Hi, Ravi. Hi, Jagan. You've moved on, haven't you? Oh, See how much pain this person's in? There's like cards to do with being self-righteous, leadership, don't want to hear it. Preachy. But they know you're high value and they can't get past this. They don't want to be single. They actually like aren't over you. They're not over you. I might just call it that, like they're not over you. You caught me in the middle of collective readings, Jagan. So if you want a personal reading, I'm very happy to do that. It's £18 and you'll get a private YouTube video where it's your reading, it's no one else's, definitely yours. I'll do this kind of spread and yeah, 20 minutes plus, probably closer to 40 to be honest, because I'll pull out as much as I can for you. But it's £18. You just have to look at the description for the channel and the link for PayPal's in there, and you can put the question in that. When you pay for it, it'll have like a box for a question. So whatever it is that you want to know. Doesn't even have to be a love reading, but I feel like that's what you were asking for. Yeah, you read about your wife. Sorry, you wrote about your wife. I think that's worth a personal reading, to be honest. Rather than like, on here I could do like one card and it wouldn't really tell you much. Let's get a no contact message from them. Oh my god, this person wants you, Aries. Like, this person wants you. I see you looking good and moving on. I don't care who you're talking to. I'm better. I will compete for you. Oh. I mean, that's what you want to hear. It's like absence makes the heart grow fonder. You know, like this person's getting a fire in their belly. Like, why am I missing out on someone like Aries? Like, I need to build up my confidence. I need to like go for what I want. And it's happening. It's happening. They're not going to keep quiet about their feelings anymore. But I just don't know why that's like that. Do you know what I mean? Like with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, like maybe it's like not a good thing to forsake your own happiness. Maybe that's your karmic lesson. Like, you need to actually put yourself first. Be a bit selfish. But selfish isn't always a negative word. It just means like to focus on your own happiness. You need to focus on yourself. That's your job to do that. No one else is going to advocate for you because it suits them how things are, maybe. You know? What's the nature of this connection? Hi, Ravi. I'm not answering individual questions. This is a collective reading. It does say it in the title. I'll start doing live Q&As in like mid-November. I'm on track to do that. I have to get a certain number of watch hours, or you can pay for a personal reading. Otherwise, I highly recommend you to watch the sign of your person and your sign to see their long-term narrative and your long-term narrative, so you can know where things are at, because everything's movable. You need to really understand someone's journey and like what's going on with them right now. Stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring romance into your life. Look, you've got to stay optimistic. It's on. They're obsessed with you. They're coming back for you. You've got an Ace of Wands, rebirth, and fast action, fast progress, fast communication in the outcome. I think it's up to you, Aries, to break the cycle of putting yourself last. You've been doing that for too long. I'm going to take that as like the karmic message here. You've got to learn to put yourself first, okay? An Emperor has to do that sometimes. Like, it's not always about what's right for the greater good and everything. Sometimes you've got to learn to put yourself first. Maybe that's your lesson in this lifetime. And if you don't learn it in this lifetime, you'll be forced to learn it again in the next, you know? Oh, hi Tiffany. I'm not doing cards for people in this live. It's a collective reading for each of the you got to go to your zodiac sign or the sign of your person. Only because I haven't got enough watch hours yet. Mid-November I'll start doing live Q&As and be able to do live readings for you. Otherwise you can purchase a personal reading from me until then. It's £18 and the link to my PayPal is in the channel description. Stop! Look, it seems assured. Deal with it later. Deal with all the noise and everything later. You've got the chance to have this person and have their heart, so go for it. Make that secured. Secure that. And then you can win everyone over. Then you can answer to everyone. You don't have to answer to anyone. You're the Emperor. Do you know what I mean? But don't stop yourself from moving towards real love and something that you need, something that you require. Every human being on the planet wants love. You might be in a place at some point where you're like, I don't want love, I don't like people, or I don't like how it feels to get hurt, but or I'm hung up on, you know, a particular person, so I'm not open to new love. But you love this person. Don't hold yourself back from your own happiness. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. Don't put everyone else's needs before your own and be a martyr, because certain people can never be pleased. They'll always complain, they'll always express themselves aloud. You just got to do you. It's one life, you got to live it. No problem at all. Okay, so this makes sense. We've got clarity and we've got protection. Light a candle for clarity. Illuminate the path to your desires. You need to go for what you want, Aries. Protection. Create a safe space. Within this circle, you're protected and empowered. So even the Emperor has moments of weakness, has doubts, you know, feels that they're being judged. But you're strongly being called to do what's right for you, okay? Follow your own happiness. You deserve it. You work so hard, Aries, you deserve it. What do I want next? Hi, it's not a live where you can jump in and ask for readings. You can always ask for a personal reading. You can pay me £18 on my PayPal and tell me what your question is or what you want a reading about, and I'll like do it probably the same day or the next day. I'll send you a link to a private YouTube video that's just for you. A secret wish will soon be granted. Keep your heart open. Oh my God. Oh my actual God. Aries, you like this is here, like, but you need to grab it with both hands. I'm just on Aries. I'm just on Aries, okay. 0330, lucky shirt. Love, peace, hope, and optimism. You got optimism twice. I'm sure you had something about a negative mindset on your last reading, you know. You need to drop it. Just pack it in. Transferring responsibility to others, progress, creativity. Let someone else like stress out for a change. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people that you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. So you can handle anybody, Aries, like, but you need to put yourself first. I love this. I love this reading for you. Right, I'm just going to turn the oven off and turn the veg off. Right, Mum's got a dinner. She's happy. She's coughing away. Bless her. She's 77, so I've got to look after her. She's always looked after me. Thank you for being patient. Aries, you're done. Like, that's a beautiful reading. Lucky shit. Stay optimistic. Deal with all the boring stuff later. Okay? Put yourself first for a change. Right, take care. If you liked this reading, please like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype the channel. I got 1111 again today. It happens in phases. Like, I get it every few days for about a week or two, and then it doesn't happen for months, and I just... certain things that I manifested have actually come true. Romance, career, so it's very exciting. Definitely feel like very connected to spirit at the moment. Well, not at the moment, like at this point in my life, let's say. Yeah, hit me up if you want personal readings. Get in there. You can private message on TikTok, or you can email me. It's just put £18 in my PayPal. The link's in the channel description, and you can also write in what your question is there. If you want to tell me about yourself, you can. You don't have to tell me anything, okay? Spirit's omnipresent, so whatever comes out will be relevant. Right, let's go on to Taurus. Shiny pants on a leather seat is not good. Squeak, squeak. Other than PayPal, what way would you prefer? Is Cash App, like, better? Forever Connected. Hi, welcome in. Hi, Unique. Patriotic Mummy. The World of Chiku. Bank transfer, yeah. Tell you what, give me an email and I'll give you my bank transfer details. It's £18, 18. Someone was like 80 and I was like, no, I'm not going to take someone's hard-earned money on that level. Like, I know some tarot readers do, but that's taking the piss. Come on. It takes us a long time, a lot of hard work to earn our money. Don't throw it away on a reading that you got that's relevant that week. Do you know what I mean? Right, Taurus, you have got the 8 of Wands reversed with the 6 of Cups reversed. What the hell's going on, Taurus? I'm not happy about this because I'm a Taurus. I didn't like it. I'm not happy with that. I'm not having it. 6 of Cups is a soulmate. It's when you've, like, got cups of love because they've been generated over many years. There's lots of nostalgia there. There's a sense of knowing that person really well. The 8 of Wands is fast action, progress, fast communication. When those two are reversed, you know, if that was upright, that'd be gorgeous. That would be absolutely gorgeous. But reversed, Dad's back now from my sisters. When it's reversed, it's like, is this a soulmate? Like, what are these blocks and delays about? Where is this going? Like, are they my soulmate? Something might not be progressing the way that you want it to, or something might not be Do you know, like, how you want new love, or you want an existing love that's reconciling? You want it to follow certain protocols, you want it to follow certain procedures and the certain steps that are necessary so that you can enjoy those dating, like, period, like, those dating times, like the dating period. Like, you want to do nice dates, you want to take the time to get to know each other, really enjoy that romantic phase. Something's getting in the way of it, and then it's making you doubt the connection, whether it's like for real or not. It could be like an unconventional situation, you know. But we'll see what else comes out. No problem. Because I know there's, like, someone said to me, oh, like, you know, in India, like, we can't do PayPal and stuff. So I did mean actually to set something else up. But bank transfer's fine, isn't it? So if you email me, we can sort that out. It's jen3585@gmail.com. Just make sure that I know who you are. If you're not called Liverpool 30 Dan, you know, like on your Gmail, just say who you are and that. And you can give me information about yourself, or tell me what sign you are, or you don't have to tell me a thing, okay? Some people prefer to give context because they kind of want to get a certain take on something, or certain answer, or certain aspect of what's going on. Three of Pentacles reversed is a lack of cooperation. 3 is a number of community. If this was a general reading, I'd say it's the workplace, okay? Because it's about teams coming together, cooperating, creating something beautiful, through, like, everyone doing their bit. Yeah? Yeah. Take all of the potato because there's another one in the oven. Sorry? You can take all of the potato because there's another one in the oven. There's like a tray of Dayfamore potato. In the oven? There's plenty out, so take that because there's another one in the oven. Alright, take that, right. Okay. Yeah, you can use what's out. Yeah. What about the one in the oven? Do you just leave that? Just leave it, so the oven's off. You can take some of it if you want. Yeah, alright. The 3 of Cups reversed then is like, you want cooperation from your person, or you want cooperation from, you know, people around you, like friends, colleagues, family members that you're kind of excited to sort of tell about this connection. Like, you want them to be on board. You want everyone to be on board and help this forwards. And at the moment, we haven't got cooperation. So there could be some frustration there, and it's creating some doubt as to whether this is like, is this legit, or am I being a mug? Like, am I being mugged off? Oh my god, what's going on? Do you know what though? In the Aries read, everything was reversed, and then in the outcome, it was very positive. So let's not panic. Let's not be dramatic. The Chariot upright is the major arcana for Cancer. The Chariot is all about being bold, protective, defensive, you know, go on the offensive and go for what you want, make something happen, you know, like with an empire, it's the Emperor that jumps into the Chariot, and he's going to defend, or he's going to take more territory and claim it. So there's a clear intention, there's ambition, there's energy, and there's action. Okay. With the Chariot being reversed, it could be failure, loss, defeat at the last minute. So if you go out to battle and you don't win the battle, you know, if you end up having to surrender, if you lose, if you all your soldiers have their heads cut off. Sorry, that's really dark. If your army's defeated, let's say. Sorry, that was really dark. If your army's defeated, you didn't win. You didn't win the battle. So it's either like a reluctance to move on something and take action because you've got serious doubts based off of how things are going, or you tried and it's failed. It's either like, I'm not going to try, I'm not going to take that chariot and jump in it and do what needs to be done, or I tried and, you know, I've hit like a pothole. If you live in the UK, you know. I've hit a pothole and it's like turned my chariot over. Like, I wasn't expecting that. Like, I thought things were going to be different this time, or like I thought I was going to win, I was going to be victorious. Like, what's going on? Yeah, because the story of Cancer the crab is really nice, like the astrological story, like the mythological story. It's about the crab leaping onto the foot of Orion, because Orion's like this womanizer that's like going after like whoever, and like the crab grabs onto his toes and is like, you know, gripping like death grip on Orion's foot, and he like kicks it into the sky. It's like really romantic, to be honest, because the crab's doing it to protect and defend and whatever. Oh, but it's reversed. I think you're really worried about like the future of this connection because you don't feel like you're in control of it. You don't feel like you want to protect it, but you don't want to be mugged off. And you also don't know if you can control all of the variables going on around it and within it. So let's see how they're feeling, because that's important. Hi, Yasmin. It's not like a live where you jump in and ask questions. It's a collective reading for each zodiac sign. I'm just on the sign of Taurus. But you can ask for a personal reading, or you can support the channel, watch the sign of your person, watch your sign, and then I will be doing live Q&As and memberships and all that from like mid-November. Right, they're coming out in the challenge position, Taurus, and it's a King of Swords, so it could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They don't have to be. But a King of Swords, is it making sense? A King of Swords is it's very like heavy Aquarius energy. It's like a humanitarian energy, like, you know, swords are communication, they're facts, they're knowledge, they're the truth. This person, you know, from the body language, they're holding that sword in front of their face and they're sat very, very like calm, very steady, very sure. And they're blocking themselves, aren't they? Like, don't approach, don't come towards me unless you come in with the right intention, unless you're telling me the truth, unless you're going to be open and honest, unless you're going to do things by the book. Okay, so air signs are fantastic communicators. They're fantastic writers, orators. They're very persuasive. They're very motivational, very good at like public speaking. because they speak from the heart, probably. Okay, even though they're a person of intelligence, intellect, logic, they're kind of pouring that into the knowledge, and everything they have and everything they know is being communicated highly effectively from a place of truth, a place of honesty. You know, it's from the heart. So it's a strategic person. It's someone that's going to operate like in advance. Like, I'm going to plan these things, and then I'm going to in advance think about how it could all go, and I'm going to like maneuver and strategically like go about like a chess match to get what I want, and I'll wait if I need to do it. It's not a brash person. It's not an impulsive person. It's someone who's going to play by the rules and make the game work how they need it to, if that makes sense. In the challenge position, well, when they're reversed, it's someone that's manipulative. They could lie, or they could block communication. Because swords, when they're wielded in the wrong way, with it with it being communication, we're trying to like either block someone, we're trying to communicate in a way that's nasty, a way that's manipulative, lie. This is the challenge, okay, for them. Okay, so that makes sense. For them, they don't want to lie to people. They're a person of integrity. And this connection may mean lying to people. It may mean going behind people's backs. It may mean dancing around, you know, certain questions, like in order to explore what this is. So they're trying to manage everything. They're trying to manage the community, okay, whoever that is, if it's people that live with them, people that they're responsible to, people they work with. They're trying to manage it all, okay, friends, whoever it is, the community, the wider community, even like people, if someone's like responsible for a club, a team, an association, organization, like as part of their hobbies or whatever, like they're trying to dance around everything, and they don't like deceiving anyone, and they like to be organized, they like to be prepared, they don't like to make moves that could be reckless, because there's a lot to lose. So that's the challenge for them, okay? Hi, Avad Hut. Hi, Sky Nexus. We've got the sun reversed. It's getting to this person, the fact that they feel like they're leading a double life, the fact that this can't be like out in the open, it's getting to them. It's a little bit, it's not awful, but it's not ideal. It's a little bit of a burden, okay? Because the sun upright is a naked baby, riding a horse bareback, giggling with the sun shining behind it in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. That's what the depiction is. So it's about being like naked as the day you were born, carefree, not having a care in the world, you know, like no worries, no qualms, not preoccupied over anything. The sun reverse is like a poor adult that's just overburdened, you know, with like the mortgage and work and the future and pensions and health and like doing the right thing and being responsible, adulting, you know, like it's that kind of like, I am a bit burdened actually. Hi Melba. Hi Krishna. This isn't a live where you jump in and ask questions. You need to look for a live Q&A if you want to do that. These are collective readings by zodiac sign. So you need to watch the sign of your person and watch your sign and follow the long-term narrative, or you can ask for a personal reading. It's £18 for a personal reading. It's in the channel description, the link to my PayPal, and you can ask a question there, and I'll send you a link to a private YouTube video that only you can see. Or you like the channel, you support the channel, and around November time, I'll be able to do memberships, live Q&As and all that jazz. But I highly suggest that you watch these collective readings because not every single one will resonate, but most of them will. And you'll get to know, if you do it long enough, you'll get to know what your person's going through, where their head's at week on week. You need to follow like the narrative of your person's life and your own life in order to see. That's going to give you the answer. Like, is it a yes or no this week? Is it a yes or no in a year's time, 2 years' time? It's honestly like that's how you'll get your answer. It'll tell you a lot. The 8 of Pentacles upright. The 10 of Wands. Oh, God. 5 of Wands upright. And the Ace of Swords. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, this person, there could be an air sign. The Sun is the major arcana for Leo. Forgot to say that, but they don't have to be an air sign or a Leo. They want to work on this. That's their intention. Okay, you see those work tools? You see those 8 of Pentacles? That's about the future. It's growth and expansion through hard work. Increments of time, money and energy being put into this. The 10 of Wands is the end of a very difficult cycle, something where there's been a lot of challenges, a lot of burden. Okay, those wands are literally dropping onto that skull's head. Like, that skull's head, that doesn't make any sense. Onto that skull, onto that person's head. Like, they've had enough. They've had enough, okay? They want growth and expansion in this connection. They're over the past. It's the completion of a cycle. The 5 of Wands is conflict, and the Ace of Swords is like, well, I'm going to tell you. Let me tell you what's happening, because this is what's happening. This is what I want. That's the truth. That's my honest, like, thoughts on the thing. It's my honest intention. It's what's happening, and you better just deal with it. Because that is a major truth, revelation, clarity, major confession. It's like, fuck all what you've got to say, because this is what's happening. And I want this, and I'm sick of like dealing with this past situation. I know that people have got like different things to say about it, but I want it, and I'm going to grow it, and this is my intention, and you better just deal with it. They're not confused. They're not confused. But, you know, you can see from the combination with that, like, there's someone that cares about the community. They'd prefer everyone to be on board. They don't like lying. They don't like deceiving people or dancing around stuff to avoid talking about it, you know. But if anyone's going to pipe up and have anything to say about it, they'll be the first to put them right. And that's the truth. And that's fact, because this means a lot to this person. They could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They could be a Leo. And look, if you're honest, if you're living authentically, then people are got to just accept that, haven't they? They've got to just accept it. They don't have to like it. They just need to receive the information and be supportive, because that's their job. If there's someone that loves you and cares about you, it's not their job to like upset you or make barriers or problems or try to like cock block or get in the way or put you off or challenge you. That's not their job to do that. It's their job to be supportive, and it's their job to pick up the pieces if that is the way that things go. But they're not supposed to decide anything for you. That's overstepping the mark. Let's get 3 for the outcome. Knight of Swords. Oh, coming in hot. Look at this. We've got a mythical beast, mythical creature that flies. We've got someone who's armoured up. And they're waving that sword. Look, their hair's flying in the wind. When there's clouds, this is about truth. Cutting through the crap. Swords of communication. There's a message coming. And I tell you what, that person's getting ready to swipe anyone that comes towards this connection, to dislodge it, to ruin it, to, you know, set a cat amongst the pigeons, to light fires under people. No, no, no. No, no, no. That's not going to be happening. They're going to defend it fiercely. And I think that's what you're going to want to see, Taurus, because of what's on your side is like lack of cooperation, stagnancy, starting to doubt whether this is like a soulmate or whether you're being like duped, whether you're being mugged off. That's true, Tando. Very wise words. I'm just reading the chat. The person I was dealing with ended with a karmic. We then got close and now he's gone quiet. I'm leaving him. Oh, okay, so that period is like a dark night of the soul. So they're really working on themselves at the moment. It could be a long time before you hear from them, but you will do. If you know how someone looks at you, you know the way that they touch you, you know if they're in love with you. But sometimes people have got shit to deal with in a 3D reality and they can't just, you know, make stuff happen like just like that. It could be like a year or so. My twin flames just returned and circumstances are totally different. So that's what I mean, like, don't ask for a card to say yes or no, we're going to be married, because I could give you a no this week and a year's time give you a yes. Do you know what I mean? If you want to know, like, right now, are they thinking about me? Right now, like, what's going on? I can tell you that. But everything's movable. Everything's changing all the time. Because people's circumstances are changing. External realities are changing in the wider world, within that community. People's health changes, people's finances, people grow personally, you know, grow professionally. Like, everything's changing, everything's variable. So you can't say on one day, on 1 week of the year, on 1 year of your life, is that person going to marry me? Because the answer's going to be different every month, every week. Do you know what I mean? It's not, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself, because that's so absolute and it's unrealistic. You're a different person to what you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Oh my God, I'm a different person. The way I think about things is different. What I think is okay is different. And my chances of being with this person that's now returned to me are very different. So, you know, don't put that on yourself and be like, is it a yes or a no? And that's the end of it. Like, just say, like, are they thinking about me? What's going on with them at the moment? Like, what's happening next in this connection? It's a journey. Life's an absolute journey for everyone. So they're not doing things in a premeditated way, unless they're a narcissist or a karmic or something and they've plotted to get you. People are just feeling their way through. It's like the blind leading the blinds, you know? The Five of Pentacles upright. The Five of Pentacles is... Five's not good, to be honest, in any suit. Five of Cups is grief, sadness, loss, regret. Five of Wands is conflict, arguments, you know, physical fights, drama. Five of Swords is arguments, verbal disagreements, you know, fallings out. Five of Pentacles is like a lack of money or feeling left out in the cold. You know, if you think of Pentacles as increments of time, money and energy, So in the outcome, someone could be delivering like swift and blunt communication, very, very fast, hasty messages. And it's about like a sense of lack of abundance in love and finance, being out in the cold. They could be putting people, oh, I've just noticed that window's broken there, that stained glass window. I never noticed that before. That's why I love tarot. I absolutely love tarot. Because this card is about, like, in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, it's paupers outside of a church in the snow. And they have no money, they have no clothes on their back, they're poor, they need salvation, they need refuge. And they're outside this church that has, like, a lovely, like, multicolored stained glass with light beaming out of it. And it looks warm inside, and it looks caring and forgiving, and, like, I just feel like this person's prepared to put people out in the cold. They feel like they're being treated as, like, a pauper. They're being, like, put last. Their needs, their wants, their desires don't figure to, like, all of these people around them that supposedly care about them and love them. Let's get one more. I'm so glad my voice is better, because that was very difficult having to edit like every second of a video. Queen of Wands in the challenge position in the outcome. Queen of Wands can be a third party card, like the other man, the other woman. It doesn't have to be. It's fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. And if we look at these three cards together, because they're in a row for the outcome, they could be putting an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius out in the cold. Heavy Sagittarius. Or it could be that you're a third party, you know, this is how this connection arrived and came about. That was in the challenge. Queen of Wands upright, someone who's successful, confident, solar plexus activated. They go for what they want. They create goals. They make it happen. Whether that's people, places, things, career, health, whatever it is, like, it's a go-getter. It's fire energy. When it's reversed, it's someone who's accentuated in either direction. So it could be a lack of confidence, a lack of drive, a lack of libido, or it could be someone who's overbearing, aggressive, you know, like overly passionate. When passion's too high, it spills over into anger, you know, jealousy, bad temper, crossing boundaries. Like, this is the challenge. In the outcome, we've got someone delivering a truth and they're coming in hot to do it. It's to do with a lack of abundance, a lack of love, a lack of money, a lack of just a sense of lack. And then the Queen of Wands could be the other woman, or it could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in this person's life, that they're going to attack that person. And it could be a physical attack, an emotional attack, a financial attack. They're going to, like, cut them down, you know, like, take them down a few pegs, teach them a lesson, put them back in their place. Why is this person showing up as the King of Swords in the challenge position? Dark side. Your dark side keeps you from enjoying the love that you have. Don't let it steal your joy. Yeah, because that goes with the sun reverse. That's like stealing someone's joy. Goes with the conflict, the Ten of Wands, like endless challenges, burdens, obstacles. People could successfully get to your person, Taurus, and they could get in their head, they could annoy them, they could physically cause a lot of disruption for them, and that could make them very down, like they could suffer from depression, mood swings, you know, losing their temper, like that's your dark side, isn't it? You know, like moods that are very volatile, very like intense. I don't know why I'm looking at it, but this looks like a person who's got like headphones on when you pull them down around your neck. And they're like walking alone, just like, what the fuck? They're like, what is this? Like, what is the situation? Like, what have I got myself into? It's going to be a distraction and it's going to be chaotic for your person. But, you know, in the outcome, they're going to defend this situation and they're going to put someone in their place, like big style. They could have children, they could be a homeowner, they could be married, because they're showing up as a King of Swords. Kings and queens are people who have a lot of responsibility. They have people to answer to, people to provide for. They could be very successful in the workplace. They could be older than you, or they could be the same age, but you're both mature, like late 30s, early 40s or more. Inner compass, trust your instincts to lead you in the right direction. Soul's compass, let intuition guide your steps, illuminating the life path meant for you. I mean, they're both the same, aren't they? It's like you've got to do what's right for you. You need to follow your instincts. You can't listen to all the noise. You can't worry about all the chaos. You follow your heart, follow your gut. You know, don't get all up in your head and let people like ruin this. Because people will. Some people do it for entertainment. Some people do it out of fear because they're projecting their insecurities onto you, thinking like something's catching, like it's going to happen to us, or like it's, you know, they make it about themselves. Ooh, expecting a new beginning. Hater. I'm telling you now, someone is not happy that you are having a new beginning with this person, and it's on their side. This person that's pissed off, and they're gonna make hell. They're gonna make hell, but they're gonna get cut down. They're gonna get pulled down several pegs. They're gonna get, you know, they're gonna get what's coming if they try to make trouble, when they try to make trouble. Let's get a message from your person. If there's been no contact, could be no contact for a few days, could be months, could be years. Oh my God, twin flame. My person's a twin flame. You activated my soul to find my true purpose and destiny in life. You helped me heal in ways no one else could. Thank you for finding me again this time around. That's beautiful. Okay, so that you're not to feel bad, Taurus, because the person that's a hater of theirs is claiming that like they're wrong, what they're doing is unjust, you know, they're a bad person or whatever. But this, how can you say that like this person should be with them when they don't actually like them, they hate them? It's like a karmic or someone that's not supposed to. They don't deserve them. They don't deserve them. They don't care about them. They don't know what's best for them, or they know what's best for them, but they won't let them have it. Me too. Me too. I'm gobsmacked. You're mine. I get so pissed knowing other people can have you now. Is it toxic? Yeah, I don't care. I want the world to know that you're mine. Oh my god. This person is like, fuck anyone that like tries to mess with this, because I'm not having it. And I know that they're here to like throw me off my game. They're here to like wreck this. They're here to like turn things upside down, and I'm not having it. Whatever it takes. Oh my god. They like, you know, a twin flame, just in case anyone isn't aware what a twin flame connection is. It's bigger than a normal marriage or relationship, like boyfriend, girlfriend, living together. It doesn't matter how many years you've been together. Okay, that's a kind of textbook relationship. A twin flame is two people who are going to trigger healing in one another. You each have healing to do. So if I give myself as an example, I've always lacked financial abundance. Okay, I've always looked for happiness in relationships. Now, that was in my 20s. Now I'm in my 40s. I am just getting to the point after, because if you're a Taurus, you know, like there's been like 10 years or something really like that, really long, where we've had, like, we've never quite got to where we felt like we should be financially and like career wise. I've been able to focus on finances, I've been able to focus on career for years, but I'm also focused heavily away from relationships and onto my hobbies, my pastimes, finding happiness with it just being me, not being able to seek support, like emotional support from like another person. I really had to like dig deep and like just embrace like singlehood, you know what I mean? And I don't mean dating and being like, it's just me, like it's my eat, pray, love year kind of thing. They had to focus on a set of circumstances, like a living situation and a work situation that they were not comfortable in. But they were just trying to keep up the pretense of trying to keep all the plates spinning, trying to keep it all going, trying to put a brave face on, put a veil over everything, like do what society expects, like it'll pay off, it's the right thing to do, you know, it's humanitarian, it's like, you know, I just need to keep going. And it all like, it was like a tower came down and that person just couldn't keep it going anymore. And they've been forced to like be real and live genuinely and like be honest, you know, like I don't love you anymore, or like I'm not happy in this workplace. I recognize that things are not serving me, and I've been, you know, dancing to this tune, like worrying about what everyone else feels like for too long. And it's like, oh my god, it's so weird, but basically twin flames, one's a runner and one's a chaser. So you literally like two flames, like two candles next to each other, and one flame will go that way and the other will chase. And then, you know, if you're from a healthy, like, if you got healthy, like, sense of connection and attachment style, you like basically go, why am I chasing this person? Like, if they don't want me, they don't want me. So then you stop, okay, and you start going your own way. And then that person goes, what? Why aren't they chasing me anymore? Like, what's going on? I don't like this feeling. And then they start chasing. And they go from being a runner to being a chaser. And you go from being a chaser to being a runner. And it dances like that. And it's like off and on, off and on, off and on. And there's chaos, absolute chaos. And you seem to have longer and longer periods apart. You're apart more than you're together, right? But it gets to the good bit, because then you kind of draw a line and you're like, I'm not doing this dance anymore, like fuck it. it goes like a substantial amount of time with no contact, you both develop yourselves on a personal level, you like ascend, and then the universe creates a situation where you're brought back together, and you've each been wanting it, but you weren't like in control. The universe brings you back together, and you get to enjoy the reward of that, okay, together. So it depends on you doing the work, on them doing the work, and then you both get to be with each other. If just one of you does the work, and you might do that work at different time frames, you know, you might find that you start to click onto what's going on, that you're more spiritual or you're more like ascended than them, you're more intuitive than them. But it's often quite a psychic connection as well. So like you're heavily thinking about that person because they're heavily thinking about you. And you'll never get confirmation of that in the 3D. But it's just like a feeling, like in your gut. You're like, my intuition's telling me that this ain't the end. Do you know what I mean? And then you start thinking, I think I'm gaslighting myself here. I think I'm just wanting something to be a kind of way, and it's not going to be. And then you get to a point where you're like, I'm just going to start dating again because I feel like a mug. Because you kept yourself single or you kept yourself to yourself. And then you hear from them, or you run into them, or you feel called to check, you know, some kind of social media or something, where there was nothing a few days ago, nothing a few weeks ago, and then there's a message from them, and you're like, what the hell? Because your souls have been reaching out to each other to like say like, look, I've done my homework, I've done my spiritual homework, I'm ready now. Like, this is like, I can't believe this is coming out. Because I, as a reader, interpreted my situation as a twin flame situation, having watched tarot for years, having a good understanding of what a twin flame journey is. I identified my situation as that. And I keep getting confirmation from the long-term narrative of how this is playing out. I keep getting confirmation. Not in the year and a half that we were apart, I was like, maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just crazy because it doesn't seem like we'll ever be back together. And then we did. And I'm like, oh. And then I watch other readers and they're like, oh, it's a twin flame. So it's helping me to kind of confirm that I know tarot. But I also love that I've been able to identify my own situation. They'll move heaven and earth to make this like protected. They'll physically and verbally do that. They'll financially do that. Shit. It will cost you. So like some people are not gonna be able to stay in your inner circle and their inner circle, or they're not going to be able to stay in your outer circle, you know, like your wider circles, social circles. Like, it's going to cost you financially, emotionally, socially, physically, practically, but the cost is worth it, because all you do is you weed out the non-believers, you weed out the people who are prepared to keep you unhappy because it suits them. So they don't really love you unconditionally, do they? Because they just want things how it suits them. And you weed out the people who are prejudiced, who have certain views, certain beliefs, certain ideals about how life should be, that maybe aren't as evolved as you. They're not there yet, so how can they understand? Do you know what I mean? There's people that actively don't want the best for you. There's people that just want you to like shut up and be quiet and keep doing what you're doing because it suits them. And there's people that just haven't got that level of understanding. They haven't got the capacity to understand, because I didn't understand stuff like this 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Not a chance. Not a chance. I would have just cast judgment. I would have been like, terrible. I would have been like, no. It's just passion based, like absolutely wrong, immoral, hope bad things happen to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've evolved, I've ascended, and I understand and have tolerance for things that I didn't understand and have tolerance for previously. So you're going to come across some people in your circles, whether they're close inner circles or wider circles, where they're just not going to be on board with it. They're not going to be able to reconcile with this. So you're going to have to pay that price. But I mean, come on, if someone's in your wider circle, it doesn't really matter. If someone's in your inner circle, maybe it'll grow on them, maybe they'll change their mind. And if they don't, it's not worth you being without the person that you feel you're supposed to be with. Nothing's worth that price, is it? Because that's the ultimate price. Sorry, my tummy's rumbling. You're paying the ultimate price if you let people dictate stuff like that. What's the point in even having any kind of jurisdiction, any kind of like GPS for yourself is taken away? You're just a robot, aren't you? Just a bot. So there's always going to be a cost. But this is your twin flame. You both want it. You're both possessive over it. You're both protective over it. And that's what counts. If anything, it'll bring you together. It's not up to other people what happens now. Hang on, I didn't get did I get that? No. Something about this could be like very non-traditional, outside of the norm, maybe even taboo. If you know each other through work, if there's an age gap, if there's cultural differences, or one of you is already taken, both of you is already taken. Trying to think of other examples. One of you is like from, a high class background, the other's like working class, or like, one of you is very wealthy and there's not something taboo about it. Illumination is near, a period of enlightenment and clarity awaits. Herbs. Nature's gifts are abundant. Utilize herbs for healing and for magic. Oh my God. You're wrong. I want you. There could be some like proper drama going on. And it's gonna get like put in your face. It's gonna be pure drama. Like, think about what drama there could be. People gossiping, like stuff written on social media, people ringing you up, people like coming up to you, like wherever you are, like, oh my God, there's going to be drama, but this person does not care. They don't care. Like, if anything, it's going to make them more determined to defend, like fiercely defend what you've got and what this is going to be. Personal journey. I follow what feels right within me without needing validation from others. Well, come on now. We are each on our own journey, and mine does not need to look like anyone else's. I know people who've done things the textbook way, and they're getting divorced now. I know people who've done things the textbook way and they got cheated on. I know people who've done things the textbook way and they're absolutely fine and they're in love. Okay? But that isn't everyone's story. That's an ideal. And you just never know. Like, you never know. I know people who are getting divorced in their, like, 60s and 70s. You just never know. Okay? How long is my relationship going to last? Did I do things the right way? Who knows? I probably know a drop in the ocean in terms of knowledge, in terms of, like, being some sort of oracle on, like, the universe and why everything happens the way that it does. I feel like I know some. Tarot's helped me to, like, process a lot of stuff that's happened to me and find reason or rhyme for it, because without that you could go crazy. You know, you could be really angry, you could be really frustrated, really upset, feel really bitter. To try to make sense of things helps, because if it has a reason, you know, you can kind of justify it, you can kind of build some tolerance for it and accept it and reflect and get something good out of it. But there's probably so much I still don't know. But you don't have to do your life in any particular kind of way, because most of that's ego based. Like, oh yeah, I got, like, married in my early 20s because, you know, that means I'm good looking, that means I'm high value. It means, like, we've got nice photos where we're young and taught and, like, we've got loads of, like, you know, bridesmaids, or we've got loads of, like, it's just people they, like, succumb to societal expectations, because part of it's, like, society, part of it's human nature to want to, like, breed, to want to settle, to want to feel. Some of it's insecurity, some of it's ego. It's just, you know, just because it hasn't happened in that way. If anything, you've got more life experience, you've been through the ringer, you've had many times around the sun, and you know more than most. You know, so it's not just falling in love. It's like, I recognize this as, like, my mirror soul, my twin flame, and it's actually triggered me to heal and ascend and be a better version of myself. How can anyone come up against that and say it's not right? Because you can fall in love with a karmic, you can fall in love with someone who's a soulmate and have a lovely relationship or marriage with them. But to fall in love with a twin flame and trigger healing in both of you and ascend and be, like, a best version of yourself as a result, it's kind of beautiful. That's kind of fucking beautiful. It, like, supersedes all of that. It's really fucking nice. So don't compare it to anyone else's journey. My enjoyment and satisfaction is validation enough. Mic drop. I feel bad for Aries because I didn't pull one of those mindful messages for them, but it's just because I forgot. I was distracted. But to be honest, there's a bit of a crossover here with Aries and Taurus. You could be a cusper. If you're late on in Aries season or you're early in Taurus season, you could be a cusper, so it resonates. You know, the Aries reading resonates like the Taurus one does, and vice versa. So check them both out. Always a slightly different narrative, but can sometimes give you even more information, different details. When I had the time, I used to watch signs that are cusp with, and I'd watch my moon sign as well, but I don't these days. A secret wish will soon be granted. Keep your heart open. Stop. See, that could be love, that could be anything, to be honest. Something that you've wished for. Oh, thanks, Dad. Can you bring it in? I can't. Thanks.
Yeah, do you want to take them?
No, I'll get it after.
Punished you.
Yeah. So you've got 5555 clarity, great transformation, major changes, opportunity, fast pace forward and process. You aren't a victim of circumstance, rather you are the beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to this shift. Everything is working out for the best. At long last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly in the end. Oh my god. This is like major change. This is like a tower in your life. And it's overwhelming, and it's like means everything, you know, that's been kind of like just samey for so long, like as long as you can remember. I've been feeling like for the last few days like shit, like I've not had this for so long, like I've had to just get used to being by myself for so long, and you know, pushing through shit. And like it's fine to like meet up with people and have hookups or like have a go-to person, but everyone deserves to be in love, and everyone deserves to be in a relationship and have that partnership, you know, like we don't have to be solely forever. And it's just such like a long time since I had romance, and it's such a long time since I had the sense of building a life with someone. And this is like this is like a turning point in Taurus's journey, you know. It's a big turning point. It's memorable, it's significant, it's having a huge impact. Have I pulled everything that I need to pull? Yes, because you're already like dealing with each other, so I don't need to get a time in or anything like that. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, and I will see you in the next one, Taurus. What time are we on? 18:49. I don't know whether to take a break to eat my dinner and then come back on, or just push on and eat dinner. Like, the problem is my readings are long ass readings, aren't they? So I'll be eating dinner at like fucking 9 o'clock. They were quality readings though, let's be honest. There may have been some interruptions during the Aries one, but you know, it's for good reason. I need to put a light on. Okay, Gemini. Whoops. Let's have a good shuffle. Hi, Elias. Hi, Jennifer. That's okay, you can browse. One more shuffle. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Gemini's highest good. How is Gemini feeling in this final week of September 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting it? 3 cards for how Gemini's feeling first of all, please. The 6 of Wands reversed. So Gemini, you could feel like, well, when it's upright, it's victory, recognition, success, being celebrated for your achievements. Okay, in a love reading, it would be like, oh, my person adores me. They constantly talk about the way that I look, the things that I achieve, like they make me feel special, they make me feel noticed. When it's reversed, it's the opposite of that. So you could feel neglected, taken for granted, ignored, or like someone never noticed you to start with. And you're like, come on, like I'm walking past you. I'm going to the water cooler for the 3rd time the last 20 minutes. Come on, like notice me. We've got the 8 of Wands reversed, so that kind of follows on from what we were talking about with a lack of attention, lack of recognition, feeling neglected. The 8 of Wands, if it was upright, would be fast action, progress, fast communication. This is delays when it's reversed. It's delays, blocks, stagnancy, lack of progress with a connection. Right, we've got a Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You could be a Taurus, Gemini cuspy. So if you're late on in Taurus season, you could resonate with Gemini readings. If you're early on in Gemini season, you could resonate with Taurus readings, but you don't have to be. This is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Pentacles are about the 3D reality. So bills, mortgages, income, savings. It's having like a relationship like with finances and material wealth and success, being a solid provider. Queen of Pentacles is like, she has the tree behind her because and it's covered in leaves because she's very much looking out for everyone's best interests in a scenario or a situation, a living dynamic. Fantastic nurturer, provider. Very giving, provides a lot of security, spoils people. The love language is to spoil people. Okay, when it's the King of Pentacles, it's the same energy, very, very generous, very giving, loves security, hates to be out of a job, hates to be not working, very, very like focused on material security, material wealth. When it's reversed, it's like finances are bad, pentacles are falling out of the wallet, or we're going through a divorce, so there's a big outgoing of money, or we're in between jobs at the moment. Or that person could be overspending, like shopaholic. Throwing money at a situation. Retail therapy after a breakup. Yeah, so it could be reckless spending. It could be just being in between jobs, which, let's face it, is part of life. It could be investment. Lots of investment is going into a new business or something. But it's outgoings of money. Could be a divorce. But the Queen of Pentacles is reversed. So, was it reversed? Was it in the challenge? It was in the challenge, wasn't it? Security, financial security and generosity are the challenge here. Because there's blocks and delays and a lack of recognition. Right, the one that's showing up for you has got the strength, so they could be a Leo, because that's the major arcana for Leo. The strength is all about, there's a need to be emotionally strong. You know, lions are physically strong, they're terrifying. You know, they're very muscular, the apex predators. But she's trying to restrain him because he could lose his temper, he could hurt someone. There's a need to be emotionally balanced, emotionally strong. I've just realised there was a card there that I hadn't put away. The Ten of Cups upright. So this is about family. 10 is like, you know, everyone that lives in a household, like whether there's a partner, children, even like grandparents, you know, like it's about keeping everyone happy. The 10 of Cups, when it's upright, is everyone being happy, laughing, giggling, spending time together, contented. Their cups of emotion are full. When it's reversed, you know, it's discontent, division, you know, people being sad, feeling lost, feeling unhappy. Everyone's like happy in a family situation, but there's a need to be emotionally strong. So why is that? I mean, Gemini, you're feeling like less than generous, because less than abundant, because you just feel like ignored, neglected, like someone's not recognizing you. There's blocks, delays, challenges. Page of Swords reverse. Someone could have blocked you. Oh, no wonder you feel ignored. Page of Swords upright is, swords are knowledge, facts, communication, you know, gaining research. This is a card of spying, of observation, trying to know more. So if someone new starts in your workplace, you're going to like catch yourself watching them a little bit, listening to conversations they have, observing how they interact with people, trying to get to know them a little bit. So like, who's this? You know, like you didn't really know anything about them, so you're trying to learn. But it's like stealth, okay? So like they're cloaked up. They're like with their like shoulder out, you know, like on the defense, like please don't notice me, like watching you. So when it's reversed, it's like I don't want to see, I don't want to learn, I don't want to absorb facts, information, knowledge, I don't want to communicate. It could be blocking. So like, so, you know, social media wise, they could have blocked you. They could not be responding to messages at all, or they could be like waiting a long time to get back to you, and it's like a one-word answer. Oh god, I can't stand that. Talk about passive aggressive. I think someone's trying to keep the family happy and they're just not dealing with you right now. No wonder you feel ignored, no wonder you feel a bit bad-tempered, bitter, not yourself, you know, a bit self-involved maybe. Find it difficult to be generous and nurturing and carefree the way that you usually are. They've definitely got a family to think of, okay? The Six of Swords reversed is unfinished business. When it's upright, it's someone who's, they're in a boat, they're moving through the water into the distance to this refuge that's on top of a mountain. We've got all these clouds. So swords are thoughts, the communication. So we're leaving like negative thoughts behind us and we're sailing away into, it's like a healthy moving forwards card when it's upright. When it's reversed, it's like baggage, like emotional baggage, like unfinished business. There's definitely unfinished business here. The Page of Cups reversed. Someone's holding back feelings. That could be an apology. If it was upright, I'd say someone's apologising or they're expressing any form of communication like, you're important to me, like, how are you? I hope you're doing well, like, can I see you? Can I talk to you? Like, it's an expression of, like, feelings, which, being sorry is a feeling, being happy is a feeling, being excited. They're not communicating and they're not expressing emotion. The Knight of Wands reversed. So now we've got no passion. The Devil reversed. Well, the Devil reversed is the major arcana for Capricorn. If it was upright, I'd say, like, that's unhealthy. But the Devil reversed is breaking away from codependency, breaking away from bad habits, breaking away from restrictions, temptations, anything negative. That, the Devil reversed is positive. The Emperor reversed. We've got a lack of communication, a lack of emotion being expressed, and now we've got a lack of passion. What the hell? The Emperor, if it was upright, is someone who's taking leadership. They're in control. It's Aries energy. You see the ram. It's very cool artwork here. The Emperor's all four kings. The King of Wands, confident, motivated, self-driven, ambitious, solar plexus activated. The King of Swords, truthful, honest, a fantastic writer, a reader, someone who's strategic. The King of Pentacles, plenty of money, good income, savings, assets, generous, good taste. The King of Cups, emotionally intelligent, patient, forgiving, understanding, absorbs stress, doesn't put it out onto anyone, has great empathy for others, great sympathy for others, this kind of thing. When the Emperor's reversed, one of those like kings is missing, or this Emperor just doesn't feel themselves, they don't feel, and yet they're mature, they're established. The Emperor and the Empress are what we all strive to be. They're the highest status in the tarot deck, they're equal to one another. So why would someone so mature, so responsible, so wise, so intelligent, so confident, so generous of mind, heart, why would they feel not good, breaking away from the devil? And there's such a lack of passion, like they're not following their passion, their desire, they're not following what they want. The Emperor reverse is like, you know, it's a lack of leadership, a lack of confidence. I did get that vibe that they're having to do whatever it takes to keep family happy. Like they're forsaking themselves. There seems to be like a running theme today where people are just not putting themselves first. They'll let everyone else first. Let's get a new contact message. Oh my God. Gaslighting you. I've been lying to you and gaslighting you. You weren't crazy, you were right. I just wasn't strong enough to admit it. No. No. When they go quiet on you, when they lie to you, when they disappear, and things just don't make sense, it's because there's more going on in the picture. There's more going on in this picture than you realise. No passion, no communication, no feelings being expressed. Family being put first, a need to be emotionally strong, resilient. What's the other one? Missing you. I miss you. I wish things were different. Well, they don't have to be like this. Oh my God. In the outcome, they're not going to tell you, but they miss you. They miss your passion. They miss, where were these cards? They were a combo, weren't they? They miss your passion. They miss talking to you, hearing your voice. Having sex with you, making love to you, like what you look like, enjoying looking at you, like, but they feel so weak, like there's so much going on, so much that they feel and think, and you don't know because they're not telling you. But why? We need to find out why. What's the nature of this connection, please? Balance. There needs to be a healthy balance of physical, emotional, and spiritual intimacy for a relationship to be sustainable. Let's clarify. Why have they got the Page of Swords? Why are they blocking communication? Cuts both ways. Good and bad aspects, mixed blessing, division. Divine union. Use the wings of empathy to bring love and harmony. Love story. Once upon a time. This person is like so in love with you. And it's a divine union. That means like you signed a contract on the 5D that you were going to be together in this life. And if it doesn't happen in this life, it'll happen in the next one. They're so drawn to you. They're so unbelievably drawn to you, and they're holding themselves back, and it's to do with their family. Oh, I don't know if you're dealing with a Pisces, because this was Pisces last reading. Was families' cultural beliefs were holding them back from taking this further. Speak up about it. If they could say something to you, it would be, I just wish things were different. Seven's a number of reflection. They're like thinking so much about this. Gaslighting you. You're not crazy. You were right. Missing you. Speak up about it. I just wish things were different. Balance. Love story. Divine union. Cut both ways. Mixed blessing of good and bad. Something's controversial, like people don't agree, or it would mean not being able to focus on kids or parents, or they're already taken, you know, like something like this, like but they're in love with you. They're completely in love with you. They're besotted and they don't stop thinking about you night and day. It's all they think about. It's unfinished business. And you know what that means. This is going to come back around. So I am going to get you a divine timing card. Oh my God. Alignment. I mean, divine timing, divine union, coming into alignment. Come on. Align your energy. Crystals can heal and amplify your intentions. You are calling each other in. I'm going to get you a crystal. Come on, let's do this. Who cares how long the readings go? Spirit, can you recommend a crystal for Gemini, please? Okay, you have got... Oh, it's not a crystal, earth. You've got earth. It's the heart chakra. Look how look how balanced that is. That's the word I'm looking for. You know, the energy is very central there. Usually with these, it's displaced and it's focused more in one area, or, you know, around a particular... You see, like, the focus is different each time. But you've got the card of alignment. You've got cards saying balance. You need to get yourself earthed and grounded. Follow your heart, follow your intuition. Get on a good vibrational plane. Do some meditation, get out in nature. Try to become an organism rather than psychologically you know, ruminating on things and like overthinking. Mental activity is a killer when it comes to trying to figure stuff out, analyze stuff. Going over and over it, like it's just the noise in your mind, you know, like you need to just drop that. Watch the ants going forwards and backwards in your garden or in the woods. Honest to God, they're not sitting there holding their head, you know, like wailing, like, why is it all like this? They're just marching back and forth, like getting on. Like, hi, ho, like getting on and doing. And they're busy and they're focused and they're driven, and nothing's going to throw them off their game. Like, you need to get earth to get grounded, simplify, make it simple again. Okay. It is that cut and dry. It is that simple. We're doing it, and this is what we're doing, and we're just going to do it. And we're not going to let any noise like affect us. We're not going to get all over emotional. We're not going to get analysis paralysis. We're just in the zone, you know. Natural water sources are a really good one. This time of year, I'd say a lovely walk in the woods with wellies on, all wrapped up. I tell you what's good for anxiety is like going swimming. You feel childlike, you feel like you're in the room again, turning around in the water, there's kids playing with their parents. Like, it's very wholesome. Excuse me, it's very wholesome as an environment, and it can make you feel lighter, you know, because gravity is not pulling you down. It can make you feel lighter and freer, and like literally like knits your left and your right side of your brain together while you're doing it. Like, gets you back focused emotionally, mentally, makes you feel stronger, more powerful, more resilient. But get out in nature, you know, because that bird song and like hearing the leaves rustling and like fresh air, calm nature sounds, touch the bark on the trees, like put your wellies in like mud water, you know, crunch through the snow, like do all that and just get back to being an organism. You are part of planet Earth, you're not separate to it. We kind of remove ourselves from everything. We get all up in our head and we think that we're like something different, you know, but you're just part of the animal kingdom, and sometimes we just overcomplicate shit. We don't need to. Oh my god, this is very exciting. It's just like the readings are so like pivotal, you know, like I don't know why that High Priestess card is like this way up. It's like with the rest of the deck, maybe I missed it, but the High Priestess is about trusting your instincts, having faith, you know, knowing that there's a divine plan. Spirituality, religion, intuition, your third eye chakra. You know, trust that everything happens for a reason. You've got alignment, you've got divine union. I'm going to get you a divine timing. When is Gemini going to come together with their person, please? Create space for it to happen sooner. So there's a little bit of needing to, I'll tell you what's really good. There's a little bit of needing to get yourself out of your head, okay? Get balanced, get earthy, have a autumn walk, wrap up, you know, get out, embrace nature, do some practical activities to get out of your head, eat well, sleep well. Try to see yourself as an organism that's just responding to the elements. That's your only job is to thrive, in the elements, like the sun, the light, the wind, the air, to feed, to bloom, to grow, observe the plants and animals, the trees, the creatures, and just some of the other things that are really good are sound baths, yoga, massage. All of these things will help you to reach a higher state of consciousness, a state of euphoria, to hallucinate, to realize that you're not just someone that is here to kind of pay bills or worry about what people think. All of that's related to ego. And when you're decision making, you'll go way off track if everything is ego driven. Okay. If you're concerned with what people think, with status, with material wealth, you'll go so far out of track, like you can't remember the last time you felt authentic. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many people that do that, chasing fame, chasing fortune, chasing like having the best looking husband or wife, chasing like whatever, I don't know. But all of that's ego, and constantly worrying about what people think, society, being judged, all that's ego. It doesn't really matter. And I don't know why that's such a thing, but we need to drop it and get back to just being a thing that's only job is to exist. And it's not just to exist, but to have a sense of well-being that emanates from out of you, like from your very core. And you deserve to be touched, you deserve to be massaged, you deserve to hear like pure sound, you deserve to like be in a room with other souls that are trying to connect and share like a shared energy that takes you onto a higher state of consciousness, like a sense of belonging, a sense of like enlightenment. These things are like important, and they're so overlooked because we just got lost in the noise of money, sex, drugs, whatever. But you need to feel like you're on an earthly plane, but you're in a kind of vibration that is in frequency with planet Earth. I don't know how else to explain it. I think I've explained a lot. But there's so many things that you can do to like reach that. You just have to find your thing, or like one time one thing will work and then it doesn't, so you move on to something else. When you've done this kind of rebalancing, also like reading about spirituality, if you want to read, that's not the book that I wanted. Where's my book? Read this book by Kevin Hunter. It's really simple. The text is really big. You can read it in a few days if you've got like a week off or whatever. I love to read on the plane and I love to read like on the beach, but to be honest, if I'm really honest, and I've been an English teacher for the last year, I don't read like of an evening. My eyes are too tired, and I've never found it like the information's going in unless I'm proper relaxed, and I only really relax when I'm on holiday. And that sounds weird, but I'll probably distract myself with other stuff like of an evening. But if you read about spirituality, you're more likely to remember that you're not just someone that earns money or worries about what people think or worries about getting to a certain status, you know, like having certain assets, or like you won't be so hard on yourself, honestly. You'll remember that you're valid, okay? Wherever you are on the ladder, you're valid. Whatever you look like, you're valid. Whatever you've done in your life, like, you belong. And life is a journey. Life, you know, you are a spiritual being. You're a human, but you are a spiritual being, and it's one of the things that you can do to sort of like round yourself, and it links to art, and it links to all kinds of subjects that are very intellectual, you know, so it can be really rewarding to read about stuff like that as well. It all links together. Okay, what else do I need to get for you? I'm gonna get I've got coming into alignment, planet Earth. Let's get you a good fortune card. Turn off the news as well, and like social media, like only pick out bits that you know you want to like deal with, and try not to get lost in the noise of everything shitty. Because that will put you right back in your ego. What? Why'd you get all this? How many cards have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's greedy, Gemini. This is fortune teller oracle cards, so they're like really positive. A magical encounter will change your life forever. Your spirit guides and near seek their guidance. Excuse me. Right, spirit guides. That book that I showed you by Kevin Hunter, The Four Clairsenses, that explains all the hierarchy of spirit and the angels and like earth angels and all like higher beings. There's a whole hierarchy, okay, and he explains them all, and you can ask them for help, but they can't just do it. They're not allowed to intervene or interfere. You have to ask them for help, okay, and they'll totally help you. There's different angels linked to the different chakras, so depending on what your needs are, you would ask those angels for help, okay? So your spirit guides are near, seek their guidance, ask for a sign. You don't read up about them. Maybe they'll send you a piece of a song, and you'll hear like one lyric, like one sentence from a song just at the right moment, and you'll be like, God, or you'll see a rainbow, or you'll like see a feather, or you know, bump into someone, you'll be like, God, this is meant to be. You know, just ask for a sign. Watch readings, like read about spirituality. You might start seeing 1111, which is the universe inviting you to make a wish. Guys, so do it. A serendipitous event will bring you joy and success. A forgotten spell will bring unexpected joy. Something you've manifested, something you asked for out loud. Or, you know, a lot of people will say, like, even if you're thinking about something so much all of the time, Spirit knows that you really want it. You don't even have to ask out loud and ask directly for it. Like, if you're constantly thinking about it, Spirit will know, you know, because your energy, because you're pulling it in, you're yearning for something. Something you want, it's making me feel really emotional, but it's on its way to you. Something you asked for a while, asked for a while ago, and kind of like lost hope a little bit, or forgot and got busy with other stuff, focused on other things. Ancient wisdom will find you. Listen for the whispers of the past. Source is created of like, it's made up of like people that you know that have passed away, and people that you don't know that have passed away, but they're higher beings now. They've had ego deaths and they've got all that life experience, but they've got the benefit of dropping ego, and they're listening to you, and it's... I can't believe how many cards came out for you from that fortune teller deck, but it's all to do with your third eye and your connection to spirit, and you are very much in alignment with, like maybe your crown chakra is very open at the moment, but you can literally be the magician and make the reality that you want. Ask for what you want, and it shall be so. Because I can't believe how many cards came out then. And you've got alignment, and you know, both of you clearly want each other. Make space for it to happen sooner, get yourself earthed. You know, get out of your head, don't overthink stuff. Create space for it to happen sooner. Find balance. It's just, the message is so clear, guys. Like, it's so clear. Look at this. The eye candy. What's that? 0550, the eye candy. Intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing, flow, potential, and romance. Get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Take a look around you. There's so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project, or you will go out on a date. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around. Oh my God. As soon as you raise those vibrations, which you do by getting earthed, by being out in nature, by doing meditation, yoga, sound baths, all these things. But you also do it by having fun. Okay, being around people that you know want the best for you, being around people that you know it's easy, you always have a good time, you have a laugh, doing the things that you want to do, you know, visit places in the world that you want to go, go and see live comedy and book nice things throughout the year, like start a course in that thing that you've wanted to like do for ages and you just still haven't done it. When you start having fun and enjoying, you get out of your fucking head, this is going to come together. And this person and you are just like a divine union, your divine counterpart. That's what you get. Your reward is doing this spiritual work, this personal development, and it won't even take a long time to do it. But you're going to be together. You're going to be together. Right, take care, Gemini. I hope this resonates. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. If you want a personal reading, you're very welcome. You just need to reach out to me by email. It's in the description for the channel, or you can private message me on TikTok. I usually ask people to click on the link and pay into my PayPal. It's £18 and you'll get 20 plus minutes, usually more, because I'll try and get as much for you as I can. And you know it's definitely going to be your story, it's definitely going to be your reading, and I'll get you all advice and everything else. You'll know how your person's feeling. You're also welcome to ask for a personal reading where it's to do with, like, you know, a loved one that's passed away. I do those for free and get messages from them. Or if you want career advice, if you want business advice, health and well-being, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be, or just a general past, present, future reading. It doesn't have to be love, but it'll be £18, whatever it is. Very reasonable price for like the amount that you're getting. Collective readings will tell you the same thing, but just remember that it's collective. So like if I do your personal reading, I might be able to find out what trauma that person has or why they're doing the things that they're doing, and you know that it'll be their story. When it's collective, it'll be more general. Okay, but I would watch collective readings, don't disregard them. I don't know why it works, but it does. And maybe a lot of people of the same zodiac are going through the same learning lessons, the same life journey, the same life lessons, like in a lifetime, on a similar time frame. That's the only thing I can think, because honestly, it resonates with a lot of people. I watch collective readings like obsessively. And it resonates for me when I watch my sign. It resonates for my person. Like when I cross watch and I watch their sign, I'm like, oh, that's like exactly what's going on at the moment. So they're totally valid. Don't disregard them. But I can get you, like, you know that it is definitely like their story, and it's their energy and the reasons for what they're doing and why they're thinking the way that they are. Like sometimes it's mother wounds or like father wounds, or like that's very specific, isn't it? So and things like time frames could be more specific and stuff like that. I wouldn't do it more than once every few months though, you know, because you work hard for your money. You don't want to be throwing it away on energy that probably hasn't had a chance to shift that much. There needs to be time for external realities to change, like people's circumstances to change, and like their personal work has to change before you get a different outcome. So don't do it too frequently. Just once every few months is probably enough. Right, I'll do Cancer, and then I'm going to take a break and have my dinner, and I'll probably do the next 4 signs tomorrow, because I've got like mum and dad both ill. Mum's worse. So I'm just having to balance everything at the moment. And I need to eat and like do some stuff for tomorrow. But yeah, I'll do another 4 signs tomorrow, if not the whole 8 that need doing. I'm waiting for my CRB certificate to come in the post. So I need to work because I need money, but I'm sort of loving the excuse to be at home. I've had like a taste of what it'd be like to be a full-time YouTuber, and I like it, you know. I could vibe with that. And I got 11/11 twice in the last week. And that's what I asked for, so I've made my intention clear. I made my intention clear. Let's see what happens. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Cancer's highest good. How is Cancer feeling in this final week of September 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for Cancer, please. How's Cancer feeling? Okay. 7 of Wands is determination, competition, rivalry. It's fire energy. It's like, say if there was an opportunity for promotion for someone in the team, and you said, I'm going to run for that. I reckon I've got what it takes. Why wouldn't I get it over the next person? You know, like, I'm going to go for it. Got to be in it to win it. It's this kind of like drive, motivation, high energy, lots of fire. And it's next to the 10 of Pentacles. You want your happily ever after. The 10 of Pentacles is you and another person coming together, 5 pentacles each, creating lasting generational wealth. Okay? It's that thing that we're all after, or that we, you know, we think is like nirvana, you know, like, I want security for me, for my person, for our children, for our children's children, for my parents, whoever it is that needs me to take care of them, whoever it is I want to be able to provide for, pets, whoever, you know, like, it's that happily ever after, like, plenty of like money for like everyone in the family, like, to thrive and feel secure. You're really like determined to get your 10 of Pentacles. So I need determined to marry and have a family, or have a family without marriage. Like, you want your person, you want your destiny, you want your happily ever after, basically. And you're willing to put in the work and stay focused, and you've got that drive, that fire in your belly. Even if it's something you're not sharing with others, you're not expressing to others, that desire is there. The Ace of Swords reversed. The Ace of Swords, this is mad, right? Because I just said, even if you're not, oh my God, that's crazy. Even if you're not sharing it with anyone else, if you're not expressing it, communicating it to anyone else, swords are communication. Okay, so with that being reversed, this is like a major secret that you just keep, like, you keep under lock and key, like, you know, super secret. But you're like, I am going to have my happily ever after, like, I'm having it. Aren't we all? Aren't we all like that? It's nature, baby. Sometimes you're not in that frame of mind because obviously you've had a breakup, or you're just like single and loving it and you're not sure you want the complication of love. But that's like a place and time. It's not really, you know, we all really secretly want to be settled and like secure and like, you know, in partnership with someone. Like, we're humans, we're not supposed to be, you know, we're social creatures, and we're supposed to cohabit and thrive together. You know, you'd have to be like by yourself forever. Most people don't want to be, even if for a period you're very happy as you are, you know, even if like you like that for a few years, like, at some point ultimately you would like to live with someone and make a home together, even if it's the two of you, you know. The Four of Cups upright, closed off to love. What on earth? Perhaps you're presenting to everyone that you are not interested in love, that you're off men, that you're off women. You know, we all do that, don't we? We're like, yeah, as if, do you know what I mean? But I think secretly, you do want your 10 of Pentacles. It's funny that, because, you know, like, when you're like saying I'm not, you know, I've had it with men or I've had it with women, that's normally when someone sort of has a bit of a giggle, observes that and thinks, that is hot as hell. That is normally when someone's like, oh, that is so sexy, like, that's so funny, I really want that person. And They just like can't stand men at the moment, or they can't stand women at the moment. It's probably because you've been through something like major and you just like no nonsense, like you're just saying whatever now, like no filter, can't be arsed, not looking for it. And there's usually there's like a time where people notice that, and like one particular person will be like, I'm so into that. I don't know why, but it's just like, I think it shows indirectly, it shows that you've been hurt. Indirectly, it shows that you do really want a future with someone. You're obviously available if you're verbalizing that you're off men or you're off women. It kind of lets people know, but it's like the intention was never to kind of like make someone interested in you, actually trying to repel everyone. But someone will find that hot. I'm just letting you know. Not because they want to like hurt you or anything, but they just, I mean, you're you, do you know what I mean? So like you're attractive anyway. Like you'll just be doing your thing, looking like whatever, and someone's observing you, like spying on you, secretly admiring you. Because that's always the case, even if you think it isn't. Oh, I can't wait to see what comes out. Let's have a look, see what comes out. Oh my god. Look, at the same time as you've got this desire, which you're keeping secret, this desire for the Ten of Pentacles, and we can't have the same card twice, right? There's only one of each card in a 78 card tarot deck. At the same time, on the other side for them, they've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. That is, 9 is like, I'm single, I'm abundant, I'm happy, I'm carefree, I can provide for myself, I don't need anyone. You know, like, and it's not like an aggressive way or a gloaty way, but it's like they're just happy, like being single, they can provide for themselves. This is someone that doesn't want to be single. They're abundant, but they don't want to be single. Do you understand that? You're mirroring each other. You're mirroring each other. This person's abundant, but they don't want to be single. They want a Ten of Pentacles as well. They want to be someone's hubby, someone's wifey. They want to be someone's boy, someone's girl. It's not because they want someone's money. It's because they just want a happily ever after. Like, that's not bad to want that. Judgment reversed. What? They're also mirroring you at the same rate, like further down this timeline more recently. You're not telling people that you want your happily ever after. They're ignoring a call to action. Okay, so slightly bit different, but both closed off, like not openly saying I want love. Like, this is a bit more emotionally avoidant, but this is like, I'm just not going to tell people. And then like actively kind of going around like being closed off, because you might have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, but that's never for long, it's temporary. This is someone that's like, I don't want to be single, and I'm not gonna heed the kind of like, you know, this is an angel trying to raise the dead. There's like a cemetery, there's a woods, there's like a tsunami of emotion, there's a staircase, and there's like an angel blowing a bugle, like, come on, wakey wakey, like time to take action, and they're just ignoring it. It's kind of funny how it's coming out, because it's just like you're mirroring each other. There's a stubbornness and a closed offness, but then it's like you secretly want it. That's just classic Cancer. 10 of Wands is the challenge. Okay, this person's like, they've reached the end of a cycle because so many things have happened to this person. You know, each wand represents a challenge, a burden, something like reach the maximum that it can, because it's just like, what next? I can't take anymore. So no wonder they've had enough. I think they've, like, you know, they're shut down to kind of love because it's been trials and tribulations, like, previously, so why would it work now? That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. So let's get 3 for the outcome. Strength reversed with the Page of Swords upright. Someone's spying. Someone's spying. And they're very over emotional, having moods. The Chariot upright. Your major arcana, but a strong sign that someone is going to take action. They're going to make serious moves. Like, this is determination, this is like ambition, and it's actively going for what you want, like come hell or high water. Like, the Emperor jumps in the Chariot and he's playing to win. Emotions are running high, like mood swings, like aggressive, tempestuous, passionate, you know, overbearing, loud, simmering, smouldering, sulking, like, and we've got spying. Oh, but why is it so hot? I don't know. Page of Swords is like, I'm watching you, like, I want information about you. I'm going to ask colleagues and work. I'm going to check your social media. I'm going to frequent the places that I know you go to see if I can bump into you. Like, this person, like, they're coming for you. I think it's them, even though that's your major arcana. Because you see how you're, like, secretly wanting something, but you're kind of putting out to everyone that you don't, that you're closed off to it, you're not telling anyone. Like, I don't see you taking action. But they've reached the end of a cycle with that 10 of Wands. There was a judgment which was a call to act, and they don't want to be single. And then, Strength is the major arcana for Leo. So they could have Leo, they could have Cancer in their chart. I'm shouting because I'm getting really excited, but I just feel like major shit's happening now. This is someone that's like, they're taking the reins back. They're taking the reins and they're going after what they want. They know what they want, and it's you. Fuck me. I don't know if they know you. Like, I just know that they're taking the reins because they want love. Does that make sense? Like, I just feel like you're both being closed off to love because it means making yourself vulnerable, because it means taking a chance where things could go wrong. You know, it's like a possibility, isn't it, of a great future. All it is potential at this point. So you kind of get fed up with that, or you're not resilient to disappointment, so you kind of close off for a while. And I feel like you've both been closed off. And I don't know if they, like, I don't know. Let me look at the cards again. I don't know. You could know each other, or it could be like a new love that you're manifesting because you're both basically like sending out like mad love vibes. Like, I want love, I want my happily ever after, even though you're not kind of outwardly expressing that to other people. It's internally, it's just this like yearning for it. You could have actively asked for it in private, you know, not in front of people that you know. Yeah, it could be a total stranger that's just like decided they want love. But they're inactive. Oh my God. They're in active pursuit with that Chariot, and they're trying to gather information. They're very, like, their emotions are getting, like, out of control, like mood swings. They're getting carried away with themselves. And then we've got this Ace of Wands, so it could be someone that you've already had, like, a false start with, or it could just be, like, this intense desire for new love is being carried along by the universe. Like, the universe wants both of you to have this. Let's get one more for the outcome. You're on the precipice of, like, a whole love, like, affair going on. Love chapter. Knight of Wands upright is passion, impulsivity. The High Priestess reversed is like, I don't know if this is meant to be, but I'm going to make it happen. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm, like, full of fear. I don't know if it's meant for me, but I'm doing it anyway. It's kind of romantic as hell, that. That's romantic as hell. It's a hopeless romantic. Let's get... I'll get a message from them. It might not be like it's directly to you, but this is what's going on. This is what they'd say to their, like, future love if they don't know you yet. Unclear. I don't know how I feel about this connection anymore. So that would be if you knew each other already and you had some sort of false start or were already involved somehow. What's the nature of this connection, please? Or them being closed off to love in general. Being foggy about whether they want love right now or not. Because that's how it was initially. Be present. You will attract love by enjoying your life as it is. Wherever you are, be all there. Okay, so raise your vibration, similar one to Gemini. Do things that make you feel happy. Be around people that you have a good time with, no matter what. Book things in that you want to do. Start up courses, join clubs. I'm not saying you've got to be busy all the time, but if there's something that you've always wanted to do, that's, it's not for reasons of meeting people, it's just, I want to do something that I enjoy and I've always wanted to do X, Y, or Z, do it. Because when you raise your vibration, you kind of heal your heart chakra and it starts turning, and then you're able to express that you want love, and you open up your third eye, your crown chakra, and you just believe and you have faith again, and, like, you just attract in, like, a high value person. Because you're loving, you'll attract in love. Does that make sense? Why have they got the Judgment reversed and the Ten of Wands? Cuts both ways. Good and bad aspects, mixed blessing, division. They could have, like, a few reservations, or they're unsure about something. They're not sure exactly how you would work together. Like, could be some good stuff, could be some not good stuff. We did have unclear, didn't we, there? Oh my god. Do you know how weird that is? You're getting the same cards as Gemini. Use the wings of empathy to bring love and harmony, divine union. I think this is a future love. Like you each manifesting this in. It's very, you could be a Gemini Cancer cusper, you know, if you're late on in Gemini season or early in Cancer season, then it's worth watching both signs. This is wild, this. You can't believe you pulled out the same clarifiers. It's different tarot cards, but it's the same narrative, and you're getting exactly the same clarifiers in the same position. So weird. Already knowing the tea. Do they know you? Why do I feel like this is someone that already knows you, and they're like, remember what I was saying, like, you know, when you're mouthing off and you're like quite blunt because you got blunted sensibilities because you've been through like a recent heartbreak, so you just got no time for anyone, not going to suffer fools, like you're just going to say how it is, not going to sugarcoat anything or think twice about things that you say. Some people find that so hot. They're like, it's a breath of fresh air, like I know what that person's about, they've clearly been hurt recently, they're clearly single, you know, clearly don't want to be, but like it kind of like, it's kind of amusing to them because they feel like that, or they used to feel like that, and they're like a bit further along and they're open to love again. It's actually really nice. Someone's gonna find you like cute as hell, and they're gonna be like, oh, listen to them like mouthing off about the opposite sex or same sex if you're into same sex relationships. They're gonna be like, listen to that person going off on one. And they're gonna like find it really attractive because they know that you're not looking for love. So it's like it creates like a safe a safe like playing field, like a level playing field for them to like kind of observe you, get to know you a bit, and then you become like really attractive to them because they're just like, this person vulnerable, they clearly want love, they think they don't want it, but I know that they're single and I've been there, I've been through the stuff that they're going through, and I've felt the same, but I'm like, now I'm finding myself attracted to them. I'm telling you, like, for some reason I'm getting that narrative, and it's them taking action, like they're coming in hot, like hot. Like hot. Like coming in hot, spying on you, obsessing over you, like out of control emotions, like coming in hot, you know? We all know what Knight of Wands means. They're not going to be able to keep their hands off you. Like, oh, it's reminding me of a situation. I told you I reflect on my own experiences, but like, I think you got something really good coming here. You've always known the truth. You just refuse to see it. I'm afraid to get close and terrified to lose you. This person is like obsessed. They're in your surroundings. I've had this for you a few times, like where someone's in your environment, your immediate surroundings, like somewhere you frequent, like work, the gym, some sort of club, association, organization, a neighbor, someone that works in a flipping petrol station. I don't know, it's someone in your vicinity. Or say like if they don't now, they're gonna very soon, like a neighbour's gonna move in next door, or next door to someone that you know really well. or someone new is going to start in a workplace, or it's like it's coming if it hasn't already happened, because we're a bit delayed with this reading. But to be fair, it'll just tell you what the energy is now. You know, like when you're whiling for someone and they'll never know because you find them attractive, but you know that they belong to someone else, or you find them attractive, but you know, like, they don't know that you like them in that way. It's something like that. It's something like that. Like, even if you're both single, you don't know that they like you in this way, or well, I'm telling you, that's about to change because they're liking what they see. Oh my god, they're liking what they see. I think it's more than like just passion though. Like, I'm blushing. I don't know why that's so silly, but that's embarrassing. um oh my god, my cheeks are like bright red. That's ridiculous. I think they're heavily attracted to you, but it's, they're like excited to get to know the person that you are. Like, it's just that sense of like exhilaration, excitement, just a total, you're like adrenaline to an adrenaline junkie. Like, this person wants more, 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 more. Oh my god, you need to calm down. Can we have a timing on this? I am blushing, like my cheeks are burning. That never happens to me. That's so embarrassing. I'm not a Cancer, and I'm not dealing with a Cancer, and it's not my story. But like, my cheeks are hot. It's clairsentience. Let go of it all for now. Be in the present, okay? Someone's a bit unclear. I've had situations where someone's held themselves back from me, because they were being loyal to someone else, but like technically they weren't together anymore, and I don't know, it's just like, it was very complicated. She wasn't well, and he was waiting for her to get better, and she didn't get better, and so he wasn't 100% emotionally available, and out of loyalty he wouldn't have gone anywhere near anyone. But it was like a set of circumstances, like my nan had what she had at the same time, and it was a very rare thing, and he had moved in next to my sister, and I went to my sister's all the time, so life threw us together at a very auspicious time, and nothing about it was premeditated at all, like at all, and we ended up really liking each other. But it was messy, because then like she broke up with him thinking that's the right thing for him, and then she changed her mind, because obviously she was like, shit, I do want like to keep them, whether it's good for them or not, and like then he felt like a shit. I've spoken about it before, but it was just like right person, wrong time, and I wasn't in so deep that I would never get over it, but it was disappointing. It was really gutting and disappointing and hard, but it was so complicated, very, very complex situation, and not anyone's fault, but life be like that. But someone could have seen you around and thought, I like that person, I like what they look like, and I'm starting to like them for who they are. But I don't think I should approach them, or I don't think it could go anywhere, or it isn't the right time, or like I'm not supposed to. I just feel like the universe is throwing you two together. but you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. Like, this is just going to happen. And I'm not saying it's not going to work out the way mine didn't, but it's just an example of like someone can have liked you for a long time and never expressed it to you or expressed it to anyone else, or even like being okay with having those feelings themselves, like freaked themselves out, or yeah, it's just something they think like is okay, like I think I might like that person a bit, and then they go and make the dinner or what, and they don't really think about it again. But it's gonna get to a point where this person is like getting to know you for whatever reason. It's like circumstances put you in each other's path a bit more. Not they put you in each other's path, and then you're in each other's like environment, quite a lot. But it's all circumstantial, and then they just start getting these feelings, and it's very organic. Like, it's very organic. It's not premeditated. And like when you're laughing, having fun, or you're going out and you're doing things, or you like, even if you're like having time to yourself, but you're indulging in something that makes you really happy, like a passion project or a little business or like something. It doesn't have to be purposeful, just enjoying yourself, and like someone like is low-key like stalking you. They like love to get a glimpse of you. They love to get a glimpse of you parking up your car, or like, flicking your hair walking down the street, or like guzzling your bottle of water after the gym or something. They already know the tea, like they know your routines and stuff, like they've noticed your routines, like they're starting to like, yeah, like, oh my god, like my cheeks are going again. That's so weird. I'm gonna have to like take my jumper off because I'm getting too hot, and I can't like stay in this energy because it's making me feel a bit hot and sick. But they've got a massive crush on you. I can't deal with it. Oh my god. Um, what do we need next? I can't. I'm like blushing. Oh my god. All the blood's rushing into my cheeks. So freaky. Spirit's letting me know that I'm right about. You've always known the truth, you just refuse to see it. I'm afraid to get close and terrified to lose you. They know that it's going to be significant when this kicks off, when they start this up with you and pursue it. And let me tell you that quantity is better over quality. So you can like have a really intense connection with someone, and just because it doesn't become marriage and babies or living together doesn't mean it wasn't important or something that's profound for that person or profound for you or both of you. Like, it's going to be very enjoyable, however long it lasts. It's very intense for this person. It's very intense. I know for a fact, that I triggered healing in that person that I got involved with. It didn't culminate in marriage and babies and living together, but I helped that person to start their healing, where, they were just a lost soul, really. Very, very like a husk of their once, self, and like very lonely, very not used to being touched, been years. And they took baby steps with each relationship they had after that and got a bit closer, but they couldn't quite and it was a lot. And she did pass away eventually, but I just like struggled with that then. Do you know what I mean? And it was just like fucking years of that person's life, like 5 or 6 years, 7 years of them just being like lost. take charge. Well, that's strange, because it says let go of it all for now. They're unclear, but they say you're right. They're like covering their face. Or that's you covering your face. No, I think they covered their face. Be present. I'm losing my voice now. I'm afraid to get close and terrified to lose you. Take charge. If you get the opportunity to interact with this person and you're a bit nervous or you like shy away from it, or you know, you can't be fucked for whatever reason, just go. Just see if you can hang out with them and like, you know, no expectations or whatever, but allow it. Concentrate on yourself until this moment happens where for some reason you two like have an interaction, and then take charge, and like they might need a little nudge in some way, like you taking the initiative. They'll really enjoy it. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I know Cancers are water signs, but you've got passion like anyone else. If anything, it's on the simmer all the time and it's ready to boil over. So you've got two there. You've got intuition and wisdom. Now they go hand in hand, don't they? Wisdom is your heritage. Seek knowledge and preserve it. Embrace your intuition and the power of the feminine divine. Trust your inner guidance. You're going to feel like a connection that's new, is somehow profound, is something you really want. You don't know how long it's going to last, but you're being drawn to it, and there's nothing wrong with that. You'll have certain thoughts about it. You'll have, as it's evolving, as you're exploring it with this person, certain thoughts will come to mind, and you may be right, you know. I know it sounds really like I'm talking in code, but you'll have some sort of dialogue with yourself about the situation, and you'll know what it is. And even if it's not meant to be forever, you'll know it's important and it's not wrong. People, if they find out, might view it as wrong, but it's not wrong. Okay, so use your wisdom that your ancestors are giving you, receive those messages from them, and follow your gut, follow your instinct, your intuition. You know, if you feel called to move towards this person or accept an invite, or if someone like a third person is encouraging you to come together, like allow it, because there's something big happening here. And as I say, it's not about quantity, it's not about the number of years you have together, because people can be together for decades unhappily. So it's not about quantity, it's about quality. Oh my God. A chance encounter will bring you great fortune. The universe is bringing you two together, and I don't know what the reason is, but it's going to be passionate. It's going to be very enjoyable, and it's been building for a while, whether you're aware of it or not. that's been building for a while. Two, two, two. Oh my God. Alignment, you got, where you had alignment, I'm sure. Did you? Connections, friendships, romantic relationships, family ties, balance, life choices, compromise, commitment, and trust. How do you move forward towards your life's true calling? Sorry, I wrapped that. How do you move forward towards your true... It's the way it's worded isn't perfect, okay? How do you move forward towards your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interest if it's piqued by something. Following these routes will help you discover your life's purpose. 222 is like an angel number that you see when you're on the right track. So Spirit's letting you know that a path that you're taking is the right one. Whether that's changing your, career and moving into a total different field, whether it's starting to work for yourself instead of working for other people, or working for other people instead of working for yourself, whether it's relocating to another country, whether it's breaking down a family dynamic, reframing it and rebuilding it, restructuring it so that you're parenting from separate abodes, or moving in with someone that you've been in separate abodes with, and you're going to adopt their children, or like coming together and firming something up. Like, whatever path that you're about to go down, you're in alignment with your true life's purpose. Wow. I think I've pulled everything that I can for you. No, I haven't. Let's get one of these. It's more than one, you've got a few. Tune in. Today, before doing what I normally do, I will take a moment to slow down, to place my hands at my heart space and take a few deep breaths. I will ask myself what I truly want, and I will honour however I am feeling. Dance it out. I can move emotions through my body by dancing. Whenever I start to feel built up energy or crankiness, I will play some music and move intuitively. I don't have to look a certain way. Simply move and feel as the stress or heaviness begins to ease out of my body. So we talked about having fun. We talked about being present in the moment. Enjoy your life wherever you are right now. And you're coming to your true life's purpose. Edge of greatness. Ooh. The universe is opening doors for me, bringing opportunities my way. I don't crumble at the edge of my greatness. I take the opportunities that come and walk through the doors with confidence. I don't think I've ever had that one. Love it. You are right, 222. Intuition, wisdom, edge of greatness, tune in. Oh my God, something really big's happening here. Right, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please give it a like, Share, subscribe, follow, repost, hype the channel, and I will see you in the next one, Cancer. Take care.